I'm sorry about last night.
I barely got any sleep sitting up in my chair, and I hauled it against that cow.
Miss Westcott?
Oh, no, silly. The cow on the railroad tracks. I knew in India everyone stops for cows, but in America, who would have imagined?
Oh, I found this in the berth last night.
My bracelet. I was searching all over for it.
Excuse me. I need to get through, if you don't mind.
You know, that last jewelry trick is as old as the hills.
I beg your pardon.
You certainly got him hoodwinked. I thought you were a lot smarter than that, Jeff, and more decent, too.
Decent?
Are you saying I'm indecent?
If the shoe fits...
That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Oh, your kettle is black. My pot is
Your
not.
pot
Oh,
south.
you are so strange.
She's gonna win. You were, too. I saw you with my own eyes.
What is all this yelling?
What happened to you?
I've developed a severe case of motion sickness, and I intend to complain to the conductor. They can drive this train far smoother than they have been.
I think I can safely say that our first broadcast was an unqualified success.
Pastry, ma'am?
And I want to congratulate Mr. Shillev, not only for his brilliance on the field, but for his very polished post-game performance, huh? And I'd like to add that despite my misgivings about ball players, I'm very proud of the way you comported yourselves. With the single exception of one misguided young man who shall remain nameless, but whose initials are Jeff Metcalf. You're facing expulsion, Mr. Metcalf. Remember, you are at all times representing the Lemo Tomato Juice Company. Please see to it that your behavior improves today.
Well, I'll see to it.
I would if I were you.
I always thought Christopher sounded nice. I almost named Jeff Christopher.
Christopher Kahn? It's an oxymoron. Either that or you're just trying to add insult to injury.
I'm sorry, you're right. I hadn't thought in those terms.
The kid's gonna be in high school before we agree on a name for him.
Don't exaggerate. I can't help it that most of the names I like...
Our saints' names.
All the names you like are Jewish.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. What's wrong with saints' names?
Nothing. You come up with a Jewish saint.
They took the news about the restaurant well.
What do you say that?
They haven't fired us, have they?
But we will. We have to.
I don't disagree. But the truth be told, the last time we let them go, we regretted it.
Yes, but the truth be told, we also have come to regret giving them a second chance. Because as you yourself said, they've been less than fully forthcoming. And we can't command their loyalty and attention while they're trying to start business.
I agree, absolutely. Do you want me to tell them?
No, not until I have their replacements in hand. I learned my lesson the last time. I've called around for some recommendations. Lisa Levere has given me several names. I'll be interviewing at the office so the Davises won't know.
Here's the cobbler for Mrs. Kahn.
Oh, thank you, Gloria.
I'll be home for lunch. You need anything at the store?
I can't think of anything.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
Come on in. It's so nice to see you. I hope you don't mind us barging in like this.
But your phone rang busy all morning.
You must have a party line.
We do.
Oh. Well, we wanted to drop this off and see how you were feeling.
Thank you very much. That's very thoughtful of you. I'm doing fine. Just permanently tired.
How well I remember that.
How is that beautiful baby?
More beautiful every day.
He finally fell asleep after staying up most of the night. Would you like some coffee?
We're not going to stay. There's no need to expose a newborn to germs.
Well, no need to be overcautious with a big baby like that. He struck me as being able to take care of himself.
Well, it was large for an early child, but not exceptionally so. And in 2 months, well, my goodness, at 2 months, don't all infants look alike? You're fortunate your son is big and healthy. I dare say you'll even regret it when the other babies catch up to him.
I'm sure we will.
Have you picked out a name yet?
We had certain requirements for a name, and I always thought your son had a lovely name, and you helped me so during labor. Michael seems to suit our baby.
And fit our requirements. You named him Michael? Yes.
You don't mind?
Oh, heavens no. Heavens no.
Michael is a splendid name.
And I hope you have as much joy from your son as we had with ours.
Thank you.
And now it's time to interview the most valuable player of the day. Jeffrey Metcalf, will you join us, please? Well, Mr. Metcalf, how'd it feel to play in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the oil capital of the world?
I don't know, Miss Tomato. How would you feel if you lost 5-1 to a high school team?
But you hit that homer in the ninth yourself, which is probably because you drink Lemo tomato juice before you play.
No, it was because the pitcher threw me a hanging curveball.
But Lemo tomato juice gave you the extra drive you needed to hit that ball over the fence.
I wouldn't touch that stuff before a game.
Oh, so what you're saying is the refreshing glass of Lemo tomato juice you drink in the morning carries you right through until the afternoon.
In the morning, I drink orange juice.
Oh, he's pulling my leg, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do I know for a fact he drinks it in the morning, but I hear tell he orders Lemo tomato juice when he's out on a date to show the woman he's got her best interest at heart.
I show a woman I've got her best interest at heart by buying her a juicy steak. Who'd I impress if I bought Lemo? It's only a nickel a can. What would that prove? I'm a cheapskate?
Speaking of little ladies, what does a strong baseball player like you look for in a woman? Don't tell me, let me guess. The woman of your dreams would have to drink Lemo tomato juice. I know I do. It's the perfect drink for an eye-opening breakfast, a midday pick-me-up, or a soothing nightcap. No matter what time of day you drink it, you'll always be satisfied because Lemo is made from only the ripest tomatoes. That's the secret of its success.
It's a success because there's a half-naked woman on the can. If people buy it for the picture, not the juice, take the label off. It's just another can of tomatoes.
Well, it's time to say goodbye to the great city of Tulsa because we promised the director of the asylum we'd have Mr. Metcalf back in his padded cell by 5. So tell your friends to come down and see the Lemo All-Stars, and don't forget to drink Lemo tomato juice. Bye now.
What's going on
How
here?
could you?
Son of a bitch.
What do you think you're doing, Metcalf?
Mr. Shillip gets 1 demerit for profanity. 4 more and you're kicked off the team, you bastard.
Metcalf!
What are you going to do now?
Guess I'll 10 bar till the season starts.
What about your car payments?
I won't have any trouble making them if I give up food. How long will you be in Reno?
6 weeks.
Then I'll call you in 6 weeks.
You can't forget. You have to return my bracelet. It's an old trick, but it always works.
I must say, all of your previous employers speak very highly of you.
Thank you.
Have you had a chance to look over the list of duties?
Yes?
Is there anything you might have objection to?
Oh, no. I only need to know which ones are mine.
All of them.
But I can only work mornings.
I beg pardon?
I can only work mornings. I'm trying to start my own business.
Have you had a chance to look over the list of duties?
I can't read.
Oh. But I'm going to school nights. Have you had a chance to look over the list of duties?
Yeah, and I do not need such list. I clean house. I cook food. I wash clothes. You pay me. You're having neighbors?
Of course we have.
They may not be close by neighbors. I do not work well with people close to me every day.
I was thinking, Michael, that if the Davises promised that they would not use our kitchen to cook for their restaurant and gave us assurances that they would never give short shrift to their work while in our employ, I could see my way clear to allowing them to keep their position with us, conditionally. Could you?
Yes.
Fine, then. Abe, Gloria, we'd like to have a word with you. Ever since Mr. Sloan and I had the shock of learning belatedly that you had purchased Rupert's Cafe, we felt compelled to have a discussion with you regarding your work at the restaurant and your continued employment here.
But we have never let our work at the restaurant interfere with our work here.
Which is as it should be, and which is as we want it to be in the future.
Simply put, we need your assurance that you still want your jobs here.
Yes, we do.
We do? Well, I am gratified to hear that, aren't you, Ruth?
I most certainly am. Now, about the use of the kitchen.
But however much we want to work here, we may have to give our notice. Somehow Mrs. Levere got the notion that we were leaving our employment, and she's asked us to work for her.
Is that so?
She's offered us $8 more per week than our present salary.
That's a very generous offer.
We'd love to be able to turn her down.
Well, it goes without saying that we would love for you to turn her down.
Has anyone else offered you employment?
Mrs. Walk offered us an extra $10 a week.
I feel as if I'm under siege.
Any other offers?
Not yet.
Well, I think we can see our way to match Mrs. Walk's offer.
Yes, we certainly wouldn't want anyone to think we weren't willing to pay top dollar for your services.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Anybody seen Metcalf? Metcalf! Metcalf! Mr. Metcalf! Mr. Metcalf?
Yeah, I'll check that. Here, let's...
Metcalf? Has anybody here seen Metcalf? Wait! Mr. Metcalf! Wait!
What is it now?
Where are you going?
Home.
But you're one of the Lemo All-Stars.
I'm about 20 demerits past being canned.
Oh, demerits are for schoolboys. You're a grown man.
Who's been spiking your tomato juice?
That's very funny, but speaking of tomato juice, I want to congratulate you. The lovely words you spoke about Lemo have paid off. It's selling quite briskly.
I didn't say any lovely words about Lemo.
Well, you said it was cheap, and there was a naked woman on the can who clearly liked that. Mr. Lemo wants you to be the only player on the radio during the tour.
Forget it.
No, don't be hasty. Don't be hasty. Listen, in appreciation of your talents, Mr. Lemo wants to offer you a permanent spot on the Lemo Tomato Juice Hour with Miss Abo.
Ginger and me. Together.
Well, the audience seems to appreciate your particular brand of humor.
You can appreciate my backside, because there's not enough money in the world to get me on the radio with Ginger. I'm a ball player, Mr. Mellon.
Are you all right, son?
Oh!